Hi, I'm Miss Curtis, and welcome to Introduction to Astronomy. As you can see, this is a picture of a science teacher outstanding in her field. And since you don't know me very well yet, I am going to also insert this picture so you'll know when to laugh when I'm joking. Get it? Normally, we would meet every day. We would meet on Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays at 11:30 and on Tuesdays and Thursdays for lab at 10:30. But since we have to split up classes to keep our social distancing, what we're going to do is one group is going to come on Mondays at 11:30 and Tuesdays at 10:30, and the other group is going to come on Wednesdays at 11:30 and Thursdays at 10:30, and then on Friday, depending on what we need to do, we'll either split the class time 25 minutes and 25 minutes, or I will just have small group study sessions for anyone who likes extra help or would need extra help. So there's a few things here. Getting started checklist. Read the syllabus is number one. Go over these. I will have another video on how to navigate my Canvas course, so don't worry too much about that. Since we will be meeting face-to-face, I will see you at least 2 days a week. You'll have the opportunity to ask questions, and if you have trouble with Canvas or figuring out what to do, just ask. I am actually pretty easy to deal with. If you can find another student that's had my class before, they'll give you the scouting report on me. It's pretty short. I'm pretty easy to deal with. I'm pretty flexible. If you have questions, by all means, just ask. So, PHYS 110, 112. It's a 5-credit-hour class. Most of our lecture stuff will be done online. There'll be discussion posts, and we will spend our face-to-face time doing labs. That will be the difference between a normal year and a Twilight Zone year. All right, there are no prerequisites for this course. We do a little bit of math, but don't worry, I'm really good at math, and I will get you through it. The textbook is The Essential Cosmic Perspective. I will also post PowerPoint notes and supplemental materials to go along with the textbook. We'll use Zoom, and we will use Canvas and YouTube videos, and then you need a scientific calculator just to make things easier. And then we have the delivery is going to be more of a hybrid high flex. We will divide up into 2 teams, team purple and gold. I will send out that list on Monday if I hear back from everybody. We will work that out. I am located in SMA 109. That is downstairs in the Math Science Annex by the prep math classrooms. My office is right across the hall, SMA 113. You have my email, you have my phone number. That is my cell phone number. Feel free to call, text anytime. Don't worry if it's late. You're not going to wake me up. I sleep pretty hard. My office hours are Monday and Wednesday from 7 to 8:30 and 12:30 to 3. Tuesday and Thursday, 7 to 7:30, 11:50 to 12:20, and 1:45 to 3. I put 3 on there. I'm usually on campus well past 3 every day. You can make appointments anytime. Friday it says 7 to 8:30, but I'll be around on Friday afternoons as well. Okay, feel free to email, call, text me. We will figure out a time to meet if you can't meet in those time windows. Then we have the DC3, what are called CLOs or Common Learning Outcomes. We will actually revisit these. These are pretty important. The mindset people fall into sometimes is that when we learn a piece of information, they've just learned a piece of information. But in reality, what we're trying to teach you are a broad base of skills that you can take and apply to many different areas of your life. And we will come back to these every module. Our program objectives, I want to encourage scientific literacy. I want you to actively develop problem-solving skills, a broader perspective, and I want you to have confidence, not just in science areas, but in all other disciplines. And then we have the KBOR core competencies, which again, we will come back to. We'll spend some time with these. And there are things like explain the scientific method, interpret astronomical observations, demonstrate critical thinking. These again are skills. Okay, it's not so much about learning a piece of information as it is learning a skill. And we come down and we have the grading scale. That's the important part. Your homework and labs are going to be worth 20% of your grade. Discussions, which will be in Canvas, will be another 20% of your grade. There'll be 3 to 5 discussions per module. We will have 3 projects. That'll be 20% of your grade. And then exams and quizzes will be 40% of your grade. And I follow the 90, 80, 70, 60 grading scale. Now, this is the tricky part because this is all new to me. Course outline. These dates are approximate. They are tentative and they are subject to change. If I decide we need more time, we'll take more time. If we get through something a little quicker, great. This is kind of a new pacing for me since I've obviously never done it like this before. So you're going to have to bear with me a little bit and cut me just a little bit of slack. Things we will cover. We are going to start out with size and scope of the universe. We're going to start out with the Earth, Moon, Sun system. We'll move on to some basic physics. You have to know a little physics to do astronomy. Then we'll talk about light and waves, and we'll take a little break during Module 3, and we will do our first project, which is our space program project. Then we'll move on to stars, stellar evolution, and we'll wrap up with relativity, cosmology, and we'll have a little fun with aliens. Following this, I have the course objectives by unit and by module, and these will be posted in Canvas as well. And then we have the college policies, academic honesty policy. Please don't cheat. It's hard in my class anyway, and really I give you every opportunity to be successful, so there is no reason for you to cheat, but please don't cheat. That's basically what the policy says. Please don't cheat. The attendance policy, I will make you sign in for face-to-face classes. It'll be imperative that you do this, not because I grade on attendance. I don't grade on attendance. It affects your grade none if you don't need me to come in and pass the test and don't come to class. However, for purposes of contact tracing, we are definitely going to need to know what days you were in class and with who. So I will have a sign-in sheet so there is no issues there. My makeup policy is if you miss a class or a lab, it's your responsibility to get the notes, homework, tests, labs. It's your job to get it made up. If you're going to be absent the day of the test, please let me know, make arrangements prior to the test if you can. If you wake up sick, just let me know that morning. Where we're splitting it up, and I'm going to do the same class twice a week. If you couldn't show up to one, I will be live zooming it, and I will post a video of each class. You can make it up that way, or you could come to the other section as long as there is room and we can keep our distance. The rest of these are just college policies and last day to drop, etc. Okay. I am very much looking forward to having you in class, and there will be another part to this recording. All right, welcome to Syllabus Part 2. The first part is what I have to do to make the college happy. The second part is what I do to warn you guys. I probably am the crazy teacher the kids from last semester warned you about. Okay, in this classroom, in my house, we are scientifically literate. We say, can you prove it? Is it measurable? Is it peer reviewable? If a better explanation is found, are you able to accept it? If you can't agree with this, who cares? Science doesn't care what you believe. Okay, we use evidence, we support things, we know that not everything's provable, and we study things, we look at alternatives. That's how we operate, that's how my kids were raised, that's how I run my classroom. This was my world. Mom, she called me a stinky booger face. And I actually sent this cartoon to my children. My daughter sent back, yes, my claim was evidence-based. Okay, she's a good scientist. See? I found this humorous. Now you know that's funny and you're supposed to laugh. All right, this astronomy especially is a class where we learn about perspective. Okay, everything is about perspective, and we work at looking at things from multiple perspectives. That's important because how something appears is always a matter of perspective. How I see the world and how you see the world, they're two different viewpoints. And what we need to do is learn to understand each other. Okay, if everybody had a little more perspective, the world would be a better place. Okay, each of us is just a tiny being permitted to ride on the outermost skin of one of the smaller planets for a few years. Okay, Earth is a teeny tiny speck. We will do a lot of math in this class. It is math. It's the only place where people buy 60 watermelons and nobody wonders why. And then they drive around in a car like this. And this is the person your algebra teacher warned you about. Okay? All right, if 2020 were a word problem, it would go something like this. If you're going down a river at 2 miles an hour and your canoe loses a wheel, how much pancake mix would you need to reshingle your roof? Okay. We will do some problem solving in here. Some of you, when you read word problems, this is how you feel. I understand that. We're going to work on developing those skills. It's okay. I've been there too. Sometimes you feel like this when it comes to a math problem. Okay, I can insert the I found this humorous picture if you would like. And for me, it is I'm fat and can't dance, and so I'm a physicist. See, I found this humorous. All right, all I really need to know I learned from softball. I was a softball player here at Dodge City Community College as well. And these are rules that I kind of live by in life and my classroom. Always be defined by what you love, never what you hate. Things may not always work out the way you planned, but they always work out. And surround yourself with people who will leap out of the dugout when you charge the mound. Balls hit between first and third are fair. Life is not. That's a hard lesson to learn, by the way. Life's short. Don't take fastballs down the middle. Run to your position or someone else will. And don't aspire to be the best on the team. Aspire to be the best for the team. Always live life like you have a 3-1 count. And no matter where you go in life, there's no place like home. Curtis teacher goals. I want to build quality relationships with my students. It's something I'm proud of. That's something I work on. I want to maintain my retention and pass rates. I'm pretty successful. Most people, 90% of the people who start my class, finish my class with a passing grade. I'm pretty proud of that, and I want to keep it that way. And I want to help you see the value in what you're learning. I want you to understand why we do the things we do and the applications it has to other parts of your life. I don't want you to feel like you're learning facts. I want you to develop skills. And most important, once you're in my class, you're always in my class. Okay, once you're my student, you're always my student. My door's always open to you. And if you ever need anything down the road, all you have to do is ask.